Perhaps you believe that words are not powerful enough to transform the body and the mind, that only gentle sounds or absolute silence could lead the heart to rest. Perhaps you imagine that a poem is too fragile in the face of anxiety, too small against the weight of worries, insufficient to dissolve the pressure of the days. But allow yourself to doubt your own objections, for at this very moment, as these lines begin to flow, you will perceive that language is also an instrument of healing, that every pause can be a breath, that every comma can be repose, and that poetry, when narrated in a serene tone, has the capacity to calm, to relax, and to guide you to sleep. This poem is not made to be memorized, nor to be interpreted in haste. It is woven to be heard as one walking barefoot on wet grass, to be absorbed slowly like the fall of rain on a silent dawn. It is not a speech, nor is it a lesson. It is a bridge connecting the agitation of the mind to deep rest. With each word, you will feel the weight of the day dissolve, the rigidity of the body soften, and the racing thoughts find shelter in the tranquil rhythm of the narration. If stress has accumulated on your shoulders, if anxiety insists on running through your veins, if depression sometimes covers the horizon in gray, here in this instant the possibility of softening is born. For these are not just sounds. They are internal images, they are paths opened in the heart, they are doors that close to the external noise and open to the inner silence. With each phrase an invitation, with each pause a space to breathe, with each sequence a chance to rest. Imagine yourself now in a place where haste does not exist. There are no appointments to keep, no clocks counting minutes. Only a serene field, where the wind dances with the leaves and the sky stretches in soft, infinite hues. You walk slowly and time seems to follow your steps. There is a peace that cannot be explained, but is felt, and it begins to touch your skin like an invisible blanket that warms and protects. The calm is already here, and you begin to perceive that it was never distant. It always existed in some corner of your interior, awaiting the right moment to blossom. Today it manifests in words, and as you hear them, you allow this serenity to spread, first through your chest, then through your breath, until it reaches every cell of your body. Breathe deeply. Allow the air to enter like a river that washes, refreshes, and purifies. And as you exhale, feel as if all that weighs you down, all that unsettles you, could leave with your breath. Thus, little by little, the mind learns to slow down, like a boat that finds calmer waters after crossing a storm. Now listen. Listen to how each phrase carries within it a rhythm, not of urgency but of comfort, as if they were steps on a trail that leads nowhere because the destination does not matter. What matters is the walking, slow and continuous, until your entire body understands that it can now rest. Perhaps you will notice your shoulders loosening, your chest expanding, your muscles releasing ancient tensions. There is nothing to be done, nothing to be solved now. The world can wait. The body asks for rest and the mind asks for silence. And the poem is merely the guide, a lighthouse pointing inward, where rest has always been waiting for you. Perceive. It is not a forced sleep, it is not an order, it is not an obligation. It is a gentle invitation, like that of a breeze entering the window on a warm night, like that of a distant song barely heard, yet filling the air. Thus, weariness dissolves, the mind grows warm, and the heart finds rhythm in the slow cadence of the words. With each image that arises, you feel closer to yourself. External life moves away as if the doors of the outside world were slowly closing, and inside you small lanterns of peace are lit. This is the beginning of the crossing. There is no hurry, no narrow path. There is only space. Space to be, space to feel, space to finally rest. There is a moment between wakefulness and sleep when the world seems suspended. It is in this moment that poetry becomes a bridge. And it is in this moment that you let yourself be carried by the soft tone of the narration without effort, without resistance. Just as the night covers the earth without asking permission, rest also comes to you naturally, inevitably. There is nothing to fear, nothing to guard against. You have walked long roads, faced heavy days, sustained thoughts that seem to have no end. Now it is time to lay all of that upon the soft ground of the night and allow the body to rest. Like dry leaves carried by the wind, let the worries drift away. Nothing that weighs you down needs to follow you in this instant. Feel your breath again. Inhale slowly as one gathering a delicate perfume. Exhale softly as one releasing a secret to the wind. The air becomes an ally. It enters, brings lightness, travels every corner of the body, reaching even the forgotten places. And as it leaves, it takes with it what is superfluous, what constricts, what no longer serves. The body responds. The heart finds a more serene rhythm, as if wanting to match the cadence of these words. The muscles, which so often contract with daily effort, now loosen, like strings that cease to vibrate after a prolonged sound. The mind, which usually spins in circles, now perceives a straight, soft, and illuminated line, guiding it toward repose. Imagine yourself lying in an open field, where the grass is soft and the sky stretches in vastness. The stars shine, but not with an aggressive intensity. They shine like small signs that there are infinite worlds of calm scattered throughout the universe. The night is not a threat. It is comfort. It is protection. It is a lap. In this field you need not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow is merely a distant idea, and there is no need to anticipate it now. All that exists is this moment. The body lying down, the constant breath, the enveloping silence. It is in this silence that you discover you no longer need to control anything. Calm settles in not because you force it, but because it has always been within you. Observe how sleep approaches like an old friend. It does not arrive suddenly, it does not invade, it does not pressure. It walks slowly, sits by your side, waits for you to allow its presence. And little by little you accept this invitation. The sound of the voice narrating this poem is like the water of a calm river. It does not hurry, it does not compete for space, it simply follows its course. You follow without resistance, without expectation. You let yourself be carried because you know the path is safe, that there is no danger. Only rest. The words need not be remembered tomorrow. They are not a lesson, not an obligation. They are like the wind touching your face. Gentle, imperceptible, but enough to remind you that you are alive, that you are here, that you can rest. And if thoughts insist on arising, let them pass like clouds in the sky. There is no need to grasp them, no need to resist. They come, they cross, and they go. The sky of your mind remains vast and clear, always available, always open. Now imagine a soft, small flame lit within you. It does not burn, it does not wound. It only warms. It is a light of peace spreading slowly. First, it illuminates the chest. Then it reaches the arms, the hands, the abdomen, the legs, until your whole body is enveloped in this tranquil warmth. This flame is your essence. It is the remembrance that within you there has always been a place of calm. Let this light grow, not with explosive intensity, but like a slow sunrise, painting the horizon without rush. Gradually, this inner clarity dissolves any shadow, any remnant of tension. You need not fight against anything. You need only allow. And in this allowing, you discover that you are already lighter. The body rests more deeply, the mind finds shelter, and the soul feels at home. Sleep begins to draw even nearer, as if it wanted to lie down beside you, as if it wanted to share this silence. With each pause in the narration, a greater space of tranquility opens within you. With each breath, the body sinks more softly into rest. With each moment you perceive, calm is not a distant promise. Calm is already here. You have already journeyed far on this first crossing. The body has surrendered to small waves of relaxation, and the mind has begun to understand that it need not fight against the silence. But there are still more layers of softness that can be reached, like one diving to the bottom of a crystalline lake and discovering that the deeper one goes, the calmer the water becomes. At this moment, imagine yourself in a serene room. The curtains move slightly with the night breeze, and the air holds a discreet scent, almost imperceptible, but enough to awaken a feeling of peace. The walls seem to hold silence as if they were there only to protect your rest. The bed receives you, firm and soft at the same time, like a continuous embrace that demands nothing in return. Outside, the world continues, but here inside, time does not exist. There is no clock, no tasks, no demands. Only the night, stretched like an infinite blanket, enveloping everything in calm. You can surrender because you know you are safe. Nothing can disturb this instant. Feel your breath again. It is slower, deeper, as if it had found its own rhythm, a secret beat only the body knows. The air enters, gentle, silent, almost weightless. The air leaves, taking with it the last particles of weariness. Each cycle is an invitation, each sigh is a rest. As the words continue, you perceive that you need make no effort. There is no need to seek meaning, nor to interpret images. The poem does not ask for analysis. It does not demand memory. It exists only for you to feel, for the body to surrender, for the mind to disconnect. Imagine now a woodland lit by the moon, the ground covered in leaves, soft underfoot, the gentle wind among the trees. There is a narrow path, but it is illuminated, stretching ahead. You follow it without hurry, simply walking, listening to the discreet sounds of the night. Each step takes you deeper, and the deeper you go, the more serene you feel, until you perceive that the woodland is not an external place but an inner landscape. This is the space of your rest. Sleep approaches like a river flowing down a mountain. It finds its way without effort, simply flowing, simply following. It cannot be stopped. And you, lying down in this river, float without fear. The current is not strong, it does not drag. It only rocks like a gentle swing, repetitive, hypnotic. The body surrenders even more. Perhaps you feel a slight heaviness in your arms, a softness in your eyelids, a stillness in your legs. Each muscle finds rest. Each fiber decides to fall silent. The mind, which so often runs in spirals, now rests in soft lines. There is no conflict, no resistance. You become part of the night, part of the silence, part of the calm. There is no separation between you and the environment. All is rest. All is repose. All is approaching sleep. And at this point, you can simply let yourself be carried. There is no reason to remain alert. The voice continues, but it no longer matters to follow every word. If some escape, it is a sign that the body has found the way. If others are lost in the flow, it is because the mind is already lighter. The poem does not need to be complete. What needs to be complete is your rest. The first crossing opened doors. You experience the beginning of silence, like one tasting a sweet fruit for the first time. Now we go deeper on a longer dive. Each word is like a wave that approaches slowly, caresses the sand, withdraws, leaving behind only freshness and serenity. It is common that even amidst calm, remnants of restlessness still appear. Scattered thoughts, worries that insist on remaining, memories that arise uninvited. But it is no problem at all. They are like leaves falling upon a river. Even if they touch the surface, the current moves on. So it shall be with your mind. The flow of calm is stronger than any distraction. Now imagine yourself in a wooden house, isolated amidst the mountains. There are no city noises, no rush, no crowds. Only the wood breathing with the wind, the soft fire in the fireplace, and the silence of the surrounding trees. You are inside, protected, enveloped by walls that seem to have been built to guard your peace. The gentle warmth of the fire spreads through the room, and each crackle of the burning wood sounds like a reminder. You are safe, you can rest. Allow yourself to sit before this fire. Observe how the flame dances without effort. It needs no hurry, needs no direction. It simply exists in continuous movements without repetition, yet always harmonious. So too can your breath be now. Inhale slowly as if gathering warmth. Exhale slowly as if releasing to the wind all you need not carry. Feel how each breath deepens the relaxation. The body feels heavier, but it is a weight of comfort, not of weariness. It is the weight of one resting in safety. The shoulders yield, the head finds support, the hands rest naturally. You need adjust nothing. The body knows how to rest. As you watch the fire, your mind grows quiet. The thoughts decrease in volume, like voices moving away down a long corridor. Only the warmth, the glow, and the calm remain. Time seems to slow down as if each minute were broader, more generous. There is no urgency, no lack. Only fullness. If by chance any restlessness returns, let it be swallowed by the fire. Watch it transform into ashes, dissolve in the flame, losing strength until nothing remains. There is no fight, only surrender. Now imagine that you rise and open a window. Outside, the night is clear, lit by the moon. The sky seems infinite, and each star is a reminder that silence is scattered throughout the entire universe. The wind enters through the window, fresh and gentle, touching your face, touching your body. You close your eyes and allow yourself to feel. In this instant, there is no longer any difference between what is inside and what is outside. You become part of the night. The bed awaits you. Soft sheets, pillows that mold to your body, blankets that warm without weight. You lie down. And as you lie down, you perceive how every muscle gives thanks. The legs find rest, the arms loosen, the breath deepens. It is as if the body had been waiting for this moment for a long time. As you rest, the words continue, not to demand attention, but to rock you like a distant song. You can allow yourself not to hear everything. You can allow yourself to forget. Because the poem's function is not to remain in memory. It is to guide you to sleep. Sleep now is no longer a promise. It approaches in soft, repeated, continuous waves. It settles in slowly like a tide covering the sand. And you, without effort, without resistance, allow this tide to envelop you. Thus the second crossing begins. Deeper, more serene, more surrendered. For if the first part opened the door, this one invites you to cross through it completely. And on the other side, there is only rest. As you lie down, the night around you becomes an ally. Every distant sound transforms into a gentle rhythm. Every shadow seems protective. Every moment stretches without rush. It is as if time had perceived your need for rest and gently slowed down. Imagine a tranquil lake lit by the moon. The water is so serene that it reflects the sky without distortion. and you see yourself reflected on that surface, complete, whole, but light. The calm surface is like your mind now, mirroring peace, accepting itself exactly as it is without judgment. Thoughts arise, do not fight them. Observe them with gentleness, like leaves floating on the water. They come, they pass, and they dissolve. There is no need to hold them nor to expel them. The mind learns that calm is not the absence of movement, but the acceptance of its own nature. Feel the muscles relaxing even more. Each inhalation is a breath of life penetrating every fiber of the body. Each exhalation is a release. What remains is rest, what endures is serenity. The heart finds a natural rhythm, constant and firm, like a slow drum marking steps of tranquility. Imagine yourself walking on a path in the woods. The ground is soft, covered in dry leaves. The wind blows lightly, bringing scents of damp earth and night flowers. Each step is silent, yet perceptible. Each step brings you closer to a safe place, a space where nothing needs to be done, nothing needs to be solved. It is only presence, it is only being. Along the path, there are tall trees offering shade and shelter. They demand nothing, they simply exist, offering protection. And you, as you walk, perceive that you too can exist without demands, without hurry, without expectation. The body learns to walk with lightness, the mind learns to walk along without effort. Now find a bench by a small stream. Sit down. Listen to the sound of the water flowing. It competes with nothing, it simply flows. And you perceive that your breath can follow this rhythm. Inhaling slowly, exhaling slowly, allowing every sound and every sensation to blend, creating a state of harmony. Every detail of the environment, however small, seems to contribute to the feeling of comfort. A soft glow from the moon filters through the foliage, touching your face delicately. A breeze passes through the trees, caressing your skin. Each moment is a reminder that you are safe, that rest is deserved, that calm is natural. Looking at the stream water, imagine it carries away all that remains of restlessness. Every worry dissolved, every tension softened, every shadow of anxiety undone in the current. There is no hurry, no struggle. There is only flow. Mentally lie down by the stream, allow the water to touch your feet, let the sound gently envelop your awareness. The body is ready, the mind is ready. The soul already perceives that resting is not a luxury but a necessity, and accepting this is an act of self-love. As you immerse yourself in this sensation, the night feels closer, more intimate. The stars above blink slowly, almost to align with the rhythm of your heart. And with each blink, you feel more serene, more protected, more welcomed. With each breath, with each moment, you surrender more. The healthy weariness of the previous day transforms into comfort. The weight of the body is no longer a bother. It is comfort. And the mind, free from pressures, begins to prepare for the next stage. Deep, regenerative sleep, the kind that heals body and soul. At this moment, perceive that the crossing requires no effort. Only presence. Only acceptance. Only allowing the night and the poetry to guide you. The rest happens naturally. You need control nothing. Control yields to surrender, and surrender becomes the path to complete rest. You are ready to surrender even more deeply to the night. The lake, the woods, the stream, all merge into a unique sensation of tranquility. Every element you have imagined so far contributes to the state of repose. The mind no longer races, the body no longer struggles, the soul feels welcomed. Imagine for a moment that every star in the sky is a reminder that there are infinite points of calm scattered throughout the universe. Just as these stars remain steadfast in silence, Your peace too can remain, constant and silent, even when thoughts arise and disappear. Breathe again deeply. Perceive the air entering, traveling every corner of the body. Feel how it warms the lungs and the chest, as if each inhalation were an infusion of serenity. Exhale slowly, letting go of any shadow of anxiety or tension that might still exist. Each cycle is an opportunity to deepen the repose. You are lying down or sitting in a safe place or walking mentally through the woods. The form does not matter. What is important is the sensation. You are watched over by the night, welcomed by the silence, rocked by the words that, like gentle waves, lead you to serenity. As you listen, imagine every cell of your body is touched by this calm. The muscles loosen more, the bones feel light, the heart pulses steadily and comfortably. Even the thoughts find rhythm in the tranquil cadence of the narration. It is as if an invisible melody courses through your interior, harmonizing everything. If any remnant of worry appears, simply observe it. It has no power here. Like passing clouds in the night sky, it floats and disperses, without disturbing the serene immensity you now inhabit. Imagine now that a gentle breeze envelopes your body. It caresses the skin, refreshes without discomfort, moves your hair or clothing slightly. It is a gentle touch from the night, reminding you that you are safe, reminding you that it is time to surrender. Allow your eyes to close, even if only mentally. It is not a forced closing, just a natural gesture of one who rests. With each blink, sleep draws nearer. Each pause in the breath deepens the state of surrender. Each beat of the heart harmonizes with the rhythm of the words. With each moment, the night becomes more intimate. The outside world ceases to exist for a moment. Nothing is urgent. Nothing is necessary. You simply are conscious and present, surrendering to rest. It is in this space that the body begins to regenerate, that the mind finds refuge, that the soul breathes. Feel the warmth of the body relaxing more and more. The shoulders fall softly, the chest expands and contracts with lightness. The arms rest beside the body, the legs settle naturally. There is no remaining tension, only the sensation of security, comfort, and protection. Imagine that, little by little, you become part of the space you created in your mind. The woods, the lake, the stream, the moon, and the stars are no longer outside. They are within you. This is the territory of calm, the internal sanctuary you can access whenever you wish. And in this territory, sleep approaches like a constant, gentle wave. It demands nothing, pressures nothing, it only envelopes, slowly guiding every cell, every thought, every sigh to a state of deep rest. You need fight no longer. Surrender is natural, relaxation is inevitable, peace is complete. Now you are deeper in repose. The previous stages have paved the way, and the mind no longer clings to haste or worry. Each breath is slower, each heartbeat softer. It is as if the body has found its own natural rhythm, and the soul has remembered that resting is a right, not a luxury. Imagine yourself walking again, this time across a tranquil plain, lit by a soft light that does not tire the eyes, but warms the body. The grass stretches before you, soft, inviting each step to be light. There is no hurry. Each step is an affirmation that rest is deserved, that calm need not be conquered, but simply welcomed. Feel the wind touch your face. It brings no sudden changes, only a gentle gust that awakens the body in a comfortable way. The mind, now silent, follows the rhythm of the breath and the movement. There is no need to think, only to exist, to allow serenity to settle in more and more. You find a crystal clear stream crossing the plain. The water flows effortlessly, reflecting the clear sky and the soft clouds moving slowly. It is impossible not to feel a connection with this calm current, which follows its course naturally without rush or resistance. Imagine that every drop of water carries away any remnant of tension, any fragment of worry. Sit by the stream. Observe the constant movement of the water. The sound is tranquil, almost hypnotic, rocking the mind and body. Each inhalation and exhalation aligns with this rhythm. And as you let yourself be carried, you perceive that sleep is no longer just a promise, but a concrete approach. Now perceive your body lying on a soft surface. Every muscle yields to the weight of rest. The arms, the legs, the torso, the head all relax gradually. It is a relaxation that demands no effort, only surrender. Awareness accompanies each sensation, observing without judgment, welcoming without rush. Imagine that the light of the distant, soft dawn begins to touch your body. It is not a light that awakens, but a light that caresses, that warms without discomfort. Every cell of your body fills with this gentle clarity, feeling vitality without rush. The mind, already silent, perceives that resting is also strengthening, that to rest is not to flee, but to prepare to be whole tomorrow. If any thought arises, do not hold on to it. Observe it as if it were a cloud floating across the clear sky. It may remain for an instant and then dissolve, without disturbing the tranquil immensity that now inhabits your interior. Now imagine that each breath sends waves of warmth and softness to every part of the body. From the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, you feel a continuous flow of well-being. There is no hurry, no conflict, no demand. Only the certainty that this moment is yours, that this calm is yours. Feel the heart, not just beating but rocking awareness in its constant, firm rhythm. Each pulse is like a slow, constant music, capable of harmonizing every fiber of the body, every scattered thought, every emotion. And as this inner music establishes itself, the mind learns to slow down even more. Imagine yourself again in the woods, now with trees stretching to the sky. They offer shade, protection, shelter. You walk among them, feeling the texture of the earth underfoot, the smell of dry leaves and moisture. Each step deepens the sensation of security and rest. Upon reaching a small meadow, there is a clearing lit by a soft, comforting light. You lie down on the grass, feeling every blade, every bit of earth, enveloping your body with welcome. The body becomes part of the environment, the mind merges with the silence, and the soul recognizes rest as something natural. And now, perceive that the night is no longer external. It has become part of you. Every sound, every smell, every texture is in perfect harmony with your state of relaxation. Sleep need not be forced. It approaches naturally, silent, constant, inevitable. As you rest in the clearing, perceive that the soft light of the moon or the distant dawn reflects on your body like a delicate embrace. Every inch of skin feels this gentle touch. Every muscle surrenders, allowing the accumulated tension to dissolve slowly, without effort, without rush. The wind among the trees blows with delicacy, and you perceive that you need fight against nothing. There is no hurry, no goals, no obligations. The only necessary action is to allow yourself to be present in this instant, to feel every detail, to hear every sound, to absorb every scent. Imagine now a breeze that sweeps across the clearing, touching the skin, passing through the hair, enveloping the whole body in lightness. The mind follows this sensation, perceiving that resting is not passivity but conscious surrender. Each breath deepens the relaxation. Each exhalation dissolves what still remains as weight. If any thought insists on arising, visualize it as a small boat on the current of the nearby stream. It moves, it floats, and it drifts away. There is no need to grasp it, to hold it, to control it. The mind discovers it can exist without struggle, that serenity does not depend on the absence of thoughts, but on their acceptance. Feel the breath filling the body. Inhale and feel gentle, comforting energy coursing through every part of you. Exhale and perceive the release of tension, worries, and any emotional shadow that may persist. Each cycle of air is another step toward complete rest. You perceive that the body has become heavier, but this weight does not bother. On the contrary, it is the weight of comfort, of surrender, of welcome. Every muscle, every joint, every extremity settles naturally. There is no tension, no force, only deep relaxation. Now visualize the night sky reflected in the stream of the clearing. The stars shine softly, spreading a calm and comforting light. Each reflection in the water creates patterns that lightly hypnotize, leading your mind to a state of continuous tranquility. It is impossible to resist. It is impossible not to feel part of this harmony. As you observe, sleep draws even nearer. It does not arrive abruptly, but like a slow and constant tide, enveloping every cell of the body, every thought of the mind, every emotion of the soul. You feel the acceptance that you need control nothing, that simply letting yourself be is enough. Imagine now that the clearing expands infinitely. The ground is soft and welcoming, the grass stretches without end, the sky is vast and safe. Each step you take in this expanse is not effort but natural movement, aligned with the rhythm of the body and breath. You become one with the space, without borders, without limits. The heart follows the compass of the words, the breaths, the environment you created in your mind. Each beat is soft, constant, comforting. Each pulse transmits security, stability, welcome. And as the mind follows this rhythm, awareness becomes broader, calmer, more receptive to sleep. If any remaining restlessness exists, observe it, acknowledge it, and allow it to dissolve into the immensity of the clearing. It has no power here. Every small shadow transforms into light or comes undone in the gentle current of the imaginary stream. There is no resistance, no struggle, only continuous, deep, and constant serenity. Now mentally lie down on the grass, feel every detail, the soft texture, the slight coolness, the gentle warmth permeating the body. Every sensation is welcomed. Every cell recognizes that this is the space of rest. The mind learns to remain silent, without effort, while the body naturally surrenders to the approaching sleep. And as you allow yourself to feel, you perceive that the night and the clearing, the stream and the stars, the wind and the soft light all exist within you. This internal space, created with words and images, becomes the definitive refuge of calm. There is no longer any need to seek outside. Serenity is complete, intimate, permanent. Lying in the clearing, enveloped by the soft light, the sound of the stream, and the touch of the wind, you perceive that the feeling of peace no longer depends on any external stimulus. Everything is within you. Every cell, every breath, every thought already perceives the presence of calm, and the acceptance of rest is natural. The mind, which once sought answers or solutions, now rests in its own serenity. There is no need to analyze, no need to control. What remains is pure perception, to feel the body, to feel the air, to feel the silence. And it is in this silence that regeneration happens, like a breeze slowly sweeping every corner of the body, bringing comfort and well-being. Feel the energy of the night gently penetrating the body. It envelopes the head, the shoulders, the chest, the arms, the abdomen, the legs, the feet. Each inhalation absorbs it. Each exhalation releases any remaining shadow. It is as if you are being bathed by an invisible light that heals and comforts, dissolving physical, emotional, and mental tension. Imagine now that the stream you observe transforms into an even calmer lake. The water is deep and reflective. Looking at the reflection of the sky, you perceive that your interior also reflects tranquility. There is no distortion, no agitation, only clarity and calm. This internal lake is the safe space you carry within yourself, and you can always return to it. As you surrender to this vision, the body settles even more. The shoulders fall, the spine aligns naturally, the legs loosen, and the head rests without tension. Every muscle gives thanks. Every part of the body recognizes that resting is a right, that to rest is essential. With each breath, you feel lighter, as if the air carried with it all that is no longer necessary. The heart pulses steadily, rhythmically, serenely, harmonizing body, mind, and soul. It is impossible not to feel safe in this state, impossible not to allow yourself to relax. Now visualize the night approaching even more softly. The sky darkens delicately, and the stars shine with gentleness, like small lanterns guiding your awareness to rest. Each light is a point of focus, but not of forced attention. They simply exist, reminding you that calm is natural, that sleep is deserved, that you can surrender completely. If any remnant of restlessness appears, allow it to pass like a cloud floating in the night sky. There is no need to grasp, to push, or to resist. It dissolves on its own, and you remain in the safe space of your interior, protected by the silence and serenity you have already conquered. With each moment, perceive that sleep approaches like a constant, gentle wave. It demands no effort, pressures nothing, it only envelopes. You feel the natural acceptance that this is the moment to rest, to allow the body to recover energy, the mind to find silence, the soul to reconnect with its essence. Imagine that you become part of the lake, the clearing, the soft light, and the wind. There is no distinction between you and the environment. Every element you created in your mind now is part of your body and your awareness. This fusion generates a state of absolute, deep, and continuous peace. In this new stage, you find yourself even more immersed in serenity. The mind no longer seeks explanations, the body no longer resists repose, and the soul recognizes itself in its own space of peace. Each breath is now slower, more conscious, more present. Each heartbeat marks the gentle rhythm of rest. Imagine yourself on a gentle hill, covered in soft vegetation and lit by a soft light that does not tire the eyes, but warms the body. The wind sweeps across the hill, bringing the scent of wildflowers and damp earth, awakening sensations of freshness and welcome. Each step you take is an invitation to surrender. Each step is an affirmation that rest is natural, that calm is yours. As you walk, perceive the rhythm of your body. The legs move with lightness, the arms follow without effort, the breath harmonizes with the movement. There is no hurry, no goals, no demands. Only the present, only the instant, only the continuous flow of serenity. Upon reaching the hilltop, you find a small woodland. Tall, firm trees rise around, offering shade and protection. The ground is covered in soft leaves, and each step within the woods is silent, yet perceptible. You perceive the safety around you, the protection offered by nature, and feel that this space is a reflection of your interior. Sit beneath a leafy tree. Breathe deeply. Feel the energy of the environment penetrate your body. Every muscle loosens, every joint finds rest, every cell absorbs the tranquility. The entire body becomes receptive to rest, as if molding itself to the rhythm of the surrounding nature. Now visualize a small lake within the woods. The water is clear, reflecting the soft light filtering through the leaves. Every ripple on the surface seems to follow the rhythm of your breath. Inhale slowly, absorbing the calm the lake offers. Exhale softly, releasing any remnant of tension or worry. Imagine that every thought that arises is like a leaf floating on the water. It comes, it passes, and it disappears, leaving no trace. You observe but do not interfere. The mind learns that it is not necessary to control, that merely allowing is enough. As you remain in this state, the body becomes heavier but in a comfortable way. The shoulders yield, the spine aligns naturally, the head rests without effort, the legs relax. Each breath deepens the rest even more. Each pause in the narration amplifies the sensation of security and comfort. Feel the heart beating steadily, rhythmically, comfortingly. Each beat transmits stability, welcome, and serenity. With each pulse, the mind harmonizes with the body, and awareness opens to the complete experience of rest. Imagine a gentle breeze sweeping through the woods, enveloping the body, caressing the skin, refreshing without discomfort. Each touch is a reminder that you are safe, that you can surrender completely without hurry, without resistance. Now visualize the moonlight reflecting on the lake, creating soft, tranquilizing reflections. Each reflection is a reminder that calm is natural, that sleep is deserved, that you can surrender to deep rest. As you observe, perceive that the night in the woods are not outside but within you. Every element of the imagined environment merges with your body and your awareness. Serenity becomes an integral part of who you are, and deep rest becomes inevitable, constant, and comforting. As you remain beneath the tree, feeling the coolness of the breeze and observing the lake, you perceive that every detail around you contributes to tranquility. The distant sound of leaves moving softly, the reflection of light on the water, the soft texture of the ground all create a silent harmony that envelopes body, mind, and soul. The breath follows this natural rhythm. Inhale deeply, absorbing the serenity around you. Exhale slowly, releasing any remaining tension. Each cycle of air is a step into deeper rest. Each heartbeat reinforces the sensation of security, of welcome, of peace. Imagine now that you rise and walk to the lake's edge. The water gently touches your feet, refreshing and calming. Feel how every drop seems to carry away what remains of worry. Each contact with the water is an act of surrender, an invitation to dissolve any remnant of restlessness. Looking at the horizon reflected in the lake, perceive the tranquil vastness stretching before you. There is no hurry, no obstacles. Only space, only freedom, only serenity. It is as if time had slowed down, allowing you to connect with your own internal rhythm. Mentally lie down by the lake, feeling every part of your body softly supported by the soft ground. The head rests comfortably, the shoulders settle, the arms relax beside the body, the legs yield to gravity naturally. Every muscle gives thanks for the moment of surrender and rest. If any thought arises, visualize it floating on the lake's surface. It comes, it passes, and it dissolves in the current. There is no need to resist or control. The mind discovers it can remain silent, even in the presence of passing thoughts, and that this is enough to maintain calm. Feel the energy of nature gently penetrating your body. Each breath deepens the state of serenity. Each exhalation releases what is no longer necessary. The heart beats in time with the surrounding tranquility, and every cell of the body absorbs this harmony, becoming lighter, more relaxed, more receptive to sleep. imagine that the surrounding woods expand infinitely without limits. The trees grow taller, the moonlight softer, the ground more welcoming. You walk through this infinite space without effort, feeling that each step brings you to an even deeper state of rest. Now visualize small lights scattered through the woods, twinkling like low stars. They do not shine intensely but softly, illuminating the path and reminding you that you are safe. Each light is a point of focus but demands no attention. They simply exist, silently guiding your mind to rest. As you observe these lights, the sensation of security and comfort increases. Each breath, each heartbeat, each movement of the body aligns with the silent rhythm of the woods. You become part of this environment, feeling there is no distinction between your body, your mind, and the space around you. And now, allow yourself to perceive that sleep is approaching. It does not invade, it does not pressure, it only envelopes. Like a slow, constant, and gentle tide, it rocks every cell, every thought, every sensation. Surrender to rest becomes inevitable, natural, and full. Lying mentally by the lake, under the soft mantle of the moon and surrounded by the woods, you perceive that every detail contributes to the feeling of surrender and security. The body settles completely, the muscles yield without effort, every joint finds natural rest. Each breath deepens the state of serenity even more. The heart beats slowly, rhythmic and constant. Each beat transmits harmony, stability, and welcome. The mind, silent, merges with the body and the imagined environment. The soul, tranquil, feels embraced by its own essence. It is a moment where there is no hurry, no demand, no need for action. Merely existing is enough. Imagine now that the lake's surface reflects an infinity of stars. Each reflection is a reminder that calm is not external but part of you. Each point of light is a confirmation that deep rest is within your reach, that serenity already dwells within you. If any thought insists on appearing, observe it with kindness. It is merely a temporary visitor. Like a leaf floating on the water, it comes, it passes, and it dissolves without disturbing the calm immensity you have already created within yourself. There is no resistance, no effort. Only acceptance and surrender. Feel the breeze of the woods enveloping your body. It gently touches the skin, caresses the hair, moves the imaginary sheets slightly. Each touch is comforting, each movement is a reminder that you are safe, that you can surrender to deep rest without fear or resistance. Allow yourself to dive even deeper into the sensation of serenity. Imagine that the woods, the lake, the soft light, and the wind are not just outside of you but inside. Every element is part of your body, your mind, your awareness. You become one with the environment, and every cell recognizes this harmony. As you remain in this state, sleep approaches naturally. It demands no effort or control. It envelopes every part of you, guiding the body, mind, and soul to a deep, constant, and regenerative rest. With each moment, surrender becomes more complete, more secure, more tranquil. Imagine now that each breath sends waves of serenity throughout your body. They travel through the shoulders, the arms, the torso, the legs, and the feet. Every fiber warms, every muscle loosens, every thought finds space to dissolve into the immensity of calm. The lake now reflects the moonlight like a mirror of infinite peace. The water is calm, crystalline, and you see yourself reflected in it, complete, light, serene. The mind no longer races, the body no longer resists. The soul already recognizes itself in its own space of rest. Now you find yourself in the final stage of this journey. Serenity is fully installed. The body rests profoundly, the mind is silent, and the soul feels welcomed. Each breath becomes slow, continuous, comforting. Each heartbeat marks the natural rhythm of rest. Imagine yourself in a wide, tranquil field, lit by a soft, almost golden light that touches every detail of the landscape without glaring. The grass is soft under your feet, the wind sweeps across the field with lightness, and the horizon stretches infinitely. There are no limits, no hurry, no worry. Only space, only calm, only presence. As you walk through this field, each step deepens the state of relaxation. The muscles stretch softly, the shoulders settle, the legs find natural rest. The mind follows without effort, flowing with the body, and awareness surrenders to the present moment. Now visualize a small lake at the center of the field. The water is clear, reflecting the soft light enveloping the environment. Every ripple that forms on the surface follows the rhythm of your breath. Inhale slowly, feeling serenity penetrate the body. Exhale slowly, allowing any remnant of tension or worry to dissolve in the water. If any thought or memory arises, observe them gently. They are transient, like leaves carried by the lake's current. There is no need for resistance or control. Each thought floats, dissolves, and returns to silence. The mind discovers that calmness does not depend on the absence of thoughts, but on their acceptance. As you surrender to this vision, perceive that every cell of the body harmonizes with the environment. The heart beats with comforting constancy, the lungs expand and contract softly, and the energy of calm courses through every fiber of the body. Each moment deepens the sensation of security, comfort, and surrender. Imagine now that the light of the field intensifies softly, like a welcoming embrace. It envelopes every part of the body, every thought, every emotion. There is no hurry, no demand. Only the natural flow of rest, guiding you to a deep and continuous state of serenity. Allow yourself to lie down on the soft grass. Every muscle loosens, every joint finds accommodation, every breath becomes rhythm and music. The entire body becomes receptive to rest, and the mind reconciles with deep silence. Feel that the field, the lake, and the light are no longer just around you. They are within you. Every imagined element merges with your body and your awareness, creating a permanent internal space of calm and security. As you remain in this state, sleep approaches inevitably. It does not invade, it does not pressure, it does not demand effort. It envelopes, guides, and embraces every part of you. Surrender to rest becomes natural, comfortable, and complete. Imagine now that each breath sends waves of peace throughout your body from head to toe. Every cell absorbs tranquility, every muscle accommodates, every thought dissolves into serenity. The body, mind, and soul become one with the calm that has always been within you. And, allowing yourself to feel this complete union, you perceive that deep rest is already present. The crossing of the 5 parts of the poem has fulfilled its purpose. Each stage opened doors to deeper relaxation. Each image, each sound, each breath guided you to a state of total serenity. Calm is no longer a promise. It is reality. It is already here within you, available at any instant. Feel that each breath, each heartbeat, and each bodily sensation harmonizes with the flow of the night, the light, and the field. The mind rests, the body reposes, the soul finds security. Everything is in balance. Everything is in its place. Everything is peace. And thus, as sleep finally envelopes every part of you, perceive that this complete surrender is the true essence of calm. There is no need to seek, no need to fight. Deep rest, serenity, and the feeling of well-being are natural and permanent. Crossing this final phase, You become fully aware that calm does not depend on external circumstances, but on inner acceptance. The body regenerates, the mind liberates itself, the soul strengthens. Every moment of rest is healing. Every sigh is comforting. Every sensation is complete. And at this moment, as you close your eyes completely, surrender to the night, and let your body and mind rest, you perceive the calm is already here.